Jim, 120 minutes of football there for you to assess. How do you reflect on this afternoon overall?
I think we got what we needed from the exercise in terms of the fitness element. I think you can see there's a bit of rustiness there in terms of our build-up. We need to be a little bit quicker in terms of the tempo and what have you. But in terms of what we needed to get into the players' legs, I think that was the most important thing for us. And these games, it's about coming through them unscathed, really, and avoiding any injuries.
At this point in pre-season as well, that's still to come.
It's early days. Obviously, we've had to mix the two 11s up. We've got a number of the youth players stepping in as well, and I thought they all done really well. I think the difference in the first 60 and the second 60 was there was a little bit more urgency, and I felt the tempo and the intensity in that second hour was a bit more like where it needs to be. But I'm not going to be too critical of the group. They've worked extremely hard in the last couple of weeks, we'll just gradually keep building things up.
Can you see a bit of progression in the patterns of play when compared to last weekend?
We've spent quite a considerable amount of time in the forward areas. We haven't really got onto the defensive setup and the organisation. We've deliberately took these types of fixtures, Brecon last weekend, where they expect to have a lot of possession, and it's about what we do with it. And then again today here, Annan, they thought they were actually very, very good at times themselves, and Willie Gibson looks like he's putting a decent squad together. But we had plenty of the ball. We're just wanting to try and work on playing forward a little bit quicker and trying to penetrate the back line of the opposition a little bit better. And I could see the players trying to do that, but just sometimes the execution wasn't quite where it needs to be at. But as I said, I'm not going to be overly critical. We've had 6 weeks off in the summer. This was just the end of our second week, and we've still got a lot of polishing up to do.
There's quite a reliance I see on the defenders stepping in, but all six that played today look really confident in doing that.
Yes, there will be a big emphasis on the back three. They've all got to be able to handle the ball, and the outside centre backs step into that midfield area and try and make up the extra man. Real emphasis on the front three as well in terms of their movement and their options for the man on the ball. Not everybody making the same movement, so these are all things that we just need to continuously work on and improve on, and hopefully come that first competitive game against Falkirk in the League Cup, we'll be ready to go.
It's quite an archetypal little and large combo for the defence to deal with, and that's good to have that variety at this point in the season.
Yeah, the big lad up front for Annan was a real handful, and knocked a few of the boys about at times, and that's what you want. You don't want the guys to have it all their own way and have it easy, because when we do step into the Premiership, then we know that it's going to be extremely challenging against some top international strikers, and we've got to be able to handle every element of it. You do play against some big centre forwards sometimes, some old-fashioned number 9s, and then on other occasions you're playing against teams with really good movement in and around you. So good learning curve for the likes of Sam Harding and young Charlie Dewar. I thought the second half was excellent. He hasn't been with the group really. Liam Grimshaw took ill over the weekend, so we had to bring Charlie in, and I thought he was excellent.
It was an encouraging debut for Christian Chapanovsky in the second half. He obviously broke the deadlock with a fabulous strike. He looks like somebody that's going to entertain the fans next season.
Well, yeah, that's what we want in the team. We want those offensive players to be positive and be direct, and Christian certainly is that. He only arrived in the country on Wednesday, having got his visa approved. Had a couple of sessions with the lads. We've been trying to just build him up gradually, realising that he is a week behind everybody else, so we don't want to put too many demands on him too early and force him into getting injured. So we got a good 45 minutes out of him today. You can see the quality that he's going to bring in terms of that that positivity. His goal was excellent. That's something that we've seen him doing a lot at his previous club, but the thing I like about him is he's not predictable. He is naturally right-footed, but he's very capable of going down the outside like he had done on numerous occasions today. So yeah, these new lads all need to settle in. Everybody needs to gel and get to know each other's game, and over the course of pre-season that will all come together.
He's also the first attacking arrival of the summer. Is that an area that you're looking to further strengthen over the next few weeks?
Definitely, yeah. We need more competition for places in the forward areas. We need another striker, definitely. We still need, I believe, another winger potentially on the right hand side, and we definitely need another couple of midfielders as well, because at the moment we've got Sibbald and Docherty in there. Young Domaraki done well in alongside him, alongside Docherty today. O'Donnell obviously had a great loan spell out last season with Kelty, and we need to review Lewis's situation and see whether another loan would be best for him and try and get him up into a higher level. But we've still got 4 or 5 new players that we need to add, and myself and Michael, our head of recruitment, are working tirelessly on that.
When you take into account the last couple of games, where do you see the main development points for the group so far?
Well, I certainly see it in training. I see it in training a lot in terms of the ideas and the principles that we're trying to bed in the attacking third of the pitch in terms of that movement. They're still trying to get used to what we're asking them to do, but that will come with time. I've got no doubt about that. We've got Ryan Strain as well, to join the group on Monday, which we're all really excited about. And the tempo and the intensity of the sessions week on week will gradually get harder and harder.
Those are things that we'll have the chance to work on at Mottram Hall down in England next week. So what are you hoping to get out of that?
Yeah, we're looking forward to the trip next week. Mottram Hall is a place I'm very familiar with. When I lived down in Manchester many years ago, I used to golf there quite regularly. It's it's a great facility. The hotel is different class, and it'll be a good opportunity for us to bond and to get that team spirit, and for as I keep saying, for the new lads to really settle in, and good opportunity for the guys to spend some time with each other.